Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the 3 Days of Christmas Giving. Today, we are going to take a closer look at my ski chalet inspired mantle and the built-ins and take a little closer look at the tree too. I hope you enjoy. This video is brought to you by Balsam Hill. All right, you guys, today's video is going to be a lot more casual and less entertaining than yesterday's video, but I did want to take the opportunity to kind of walk you through this year's concept, which was really a ski chalet vibe. So think rich earthy tones, warm colors, and that Luxe Lodge inspired feel is what I was going for. As I go through this tree, you'll actually probably notice if you watched last year that I'm using a lot of the very same pieces that I used last year, especially the red berry picks. And last year I introduced those mini lanterns that you guys really liked. So this is a great way to kind of see how you can get a totally different look using the same ornaments and products. So if you have some extra time, if you want to go back and rewatch day one from last year, you'll see exactly what I mean. This year I stuck to four main colors, which were red, brown, burgundy, and gold. And of course, if you want to shop the look, I'll have as many of the Balsam Hill links as possible for you in the description box. This tree is the 12-foot Vermont white spruce in the slim version. One of the tips I like to give is to make sure that you turn your tree lights on when you start to shape your tree. This will help you evenly distribute the lights. And you can also do a little research on the type of artificial tree you're purchasing regarding the area that it's from, and that'll help you shape it to look as natural as possible. So for example, the Vermont white spruce has like these sporadic branches that kind of pop out throughout the tree in nature. And the CEO of Balsam Hill, Mac, goes out and studies these trees and applies what's called true needle technology. That's how Balsam Hill sets themselves apart to make their trees look more realistic than any other tree on the market. Now for decorating the tree, I've given these tips lots of times, so I'm going to go over them rather quickly. I like to start at the top of the tree and work my way down. Those of you who have been here for a while remember a few years ago when I made this custom tree topper. I will link that video in the description box for you if you're new and you want to check it out. But this year I combined the G because it had those warm tones. There's Swarovski crystals in there, the brown and beige pearls, and I combined it with the um, designer ribbon. Of course, you guys know I love my designer ribbon. This ribbon is wired. I believe it's 4 inches wide. I found it on Etsy and I will link it for you as well. And then I thought maybe I would combine it with the red berry tree topper that I used last year. At first glance, the colors didn't look like they would work together, but as you can see, it turned out really beautifully. And for the first time this year, I actually added some greenery to the chandelier. I really wanted to make sure that lodge vibe felt authentic from ceiling to floor. And then I started incorporating my really earthy textures. So grapevine and that deep red mercury balls. You've seen me use those before. They are timeless. You can see here the tree is starting to come together. I place all my largest ornaments first. And I really try to incorporate lots of varying textures. So again, the grapevine, mercury glass, some sparkly ornaments from the inside of the tree. And here you can kind of see a grouping of the colors that I mentioned earlier, the reds, these mini lanterns I purchased local last year. I believe they were from Val's, but she doesn't have a website, so it doesn't really matter. These brown sparkly stars are great to kind of stick inside of the tree and any bare spots that you may have. I'm pretty sure you can find them at a dollar store. I wasn't really sure if I was going to incorporate any of the white balls, I ended up pairing them with each of the lanterns that I used. And finally, I added lots of picks that reminded me of nature. So that's the background on how the tree came together. I did something different with the ribbon this year. I usually cascade it down the tree. I made some dovetail bows this year, and honestly, you guys, I think this is one of my favorite tree designs ever. The built-ins directly behind the tree, I try to style lightly just because the tree is the showstopper, right? So I just put some pieces in there that complemented the colors in the tree, but I added this new piece. This is the Woodland Alpine Mantle Village, and it is so beautiful. I personally think Balsam Hill really nailed it with this piece, and these pieces are trending right now. I've seen the Alpine villages pretty much everywhere I've shopped this season. But these really spoke to me, so I definitely, when I saw them, I was like, oh, those are coming home. And then they had these gorgeous stocking holders to match, and they come in a lodge, a chalet, and one more. I'll have it linked for you in the description box, but I have all three of them displayed on the mantle. They are an absolute yes for me. And if you're wondering where the stockings are, I actually wait until the week of Christmas to put those up. Moving on to the center of the room, you saw me style the ottoman in yesterday's video. So basically I just used a festive blanket, the oversized ottoman tray, which is from Ballard Design, and I added some Christmas books and some texture, a nice candle, maybe two, and that's it. On the sofa, I use the same throw pillows that you've seen me use a couple years in a row. I don't make a big fuss over my throw pillows. I want people to feel encouraged to relax on the sofa, so I put out ones that I don't really mind if they get heavily used. So that is pretty much it for today. I know we didn't talk about the garland. We are saving that for a separate video. You can shop the look in the description box, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Until then, love and peace.